Darkness has descended over Collinwood, and most of the residents of the great house are asleep. For them, sleep is peaceful. But elsewhere in the Evans cottage, there is one who sleeps but knows no peace. For he is having a terrifying nightmare, a nightmare which may end in a death.
Why are you laughing? Huh?
I'm laughing at you, trying to be a hero. I'm surprised that Vicky didn't tell you.
Tell me what?
You can't kill me. It's too late for that. Much too late.
You're insane. You're insane. I don't understand.
Don't you?
Why didn't you die?
For a very simple reason. I'm already dead.
No. No. You're lying!
You're lying!
You're lying. You're lying. I can kill you. I will! I will! I will! I will! You destroyed her. I'll get you for it!
Jeff, wake up.
Wake up.
You must have been having a pretty bad dream.
Forbes! You destroyed her. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
What's the matter with you? You crazy?
Haskell. Joe Haskell. It's you.
Of course it's me. Who'd you think it was?
I thought it was Nathan Forbes.
Forbes? Who is this Forbes? That's the second time I've heard his name.
You look exactly like him. I was having a dream about him.
Well, it must have been some dream.
I was trying to kill him.
Kill him?
Yes. Yes. When I saw you leaning over me, I thought you were Forbes. That's when I attacked you. I know it must not make much sense to you.
No, not much.
Look, all I can do is apologize. You all right?
Oh, I'll survive. I'm just glad it wasn't Maggie who came in here and tried to wake you up.
Listen, I wouldn't have attacked Maggie. The only reason I attacked you was that I thought you were Nathan Forbes.
Jeff?
What?
You don't like me, do you?
Look, I don't know you very well.
That's right, you don't, so you don't have any reason to feel one way or the other about me. But there's something about me that makes you uncomfortable. What is it?
I don't know myself.
Was it because I look like this Forbes?
That must be it.
What's the matter?
What you just said proves that I know Forbes. Yes, I actually knew him.
Look, I don't understand any of this.
Yes. I just wish that I could explain.
Listen, I'm not Forbes, Jeff. I'm Joe Haskell. So I just wish you'd keep that in mind when we see each other.
I will. I will. Listen, I've been a lot of trouble to you tonight. Enough already. Why don't you go back to bed?
You sure you're gonna be all right?
Absolutely.
Look, Maggie has some sleeping pills out there. Maybe you ought to take one.
No, I feel fine. As a matter of fact, I feel maybe better than I ever felt in my life.
Good night.
Good night. actually knew Forbes. And I knew Trask. I knew someone Vicky knew in the past. That proves I lived in the past when Vicky did. I know who I am. I'm not Jeff Clark. I'm Peter Bradford.
Spirit of Angelique, you must hear me and obey me. You must guide me through the forest. You must guide me to the tree where you are exercised and burned. I must find your ashes if I am to restore you to life. Remember the tree in the forest, and guide me there. Have you heard me? You have heard me, and you will obey.
My painting.
Miss Winters, you startled me.
Where did you find it?
Does it belong to you?
Yes, it disappeared. Where did you find it?
Well, Roger lent it to me.
Roger.
Well, yes, I saw it and admired it, and asked Roger if I could borrow it to hang in my room. He very graciously said yes. Naturally, I assumed it was his. I had no idea it belonged to you.
Well, it does.
Well, it's very lovely. I admire your taste.
Why is it so faded?
It was probably exposed to sunlight.
Sunlight couldn't have done that. Colors were so vivid before. Now you can barely see them.
Then obviously something has happened to it. Perhaps someone tried to clean it and used the wrong chemicals.
Perhaps.
Oh, it is a shame. It's such a lovely painting, and I hate to see anything of beauty destroyed or damaged in any way.
You do?
Would you allow me to do you a favor?
Favor.
Actually, you'd be doing me a favor, because I am very fond of this painting. I would like to have it restored. At my own expense, of course.
Why do you want to do that, Mr. Blair?
Well, I told you I'm very fond of this painting.
I see.
Will you let me have it restored for you?
No, I don't think I want you to do that.
Why?
Because I like it the way it is.
But surely it was much more beautiful before.
Yes, it was.
Well, then I don't understand your objection to
I
having
just
it...
like it the way it is. I don't know the reason why, I just do, but it is my painting.
Of course.
May I have it, please? May I have it?
Certainly.
Thank you. Good night.
No, never mind.
What is it?
Well, I was about to ask a favor of you, but I'm afraid that if I do, you'll think of me as being very sentimental. And I try to hide the sentimental side of my nature.
What is the favor?
Would you let me borrow that painting? Just for tonight.
Why do you want to do that?
For a very sentimental reason. It looks like my sister, Cassandra.
Yes, I know.
And somehow that painting makes me feel closer to Cassandra and not so concerned about what might have happened to her.
I see.
I promise I'll return it to you first thing in the morning.
I really don't want to lend it to you.
Of course. After all, it is your property. I simply didn't realize you were so attached to it.
Well, I'm afraid I am. I'm sorry. Good night.
Good night. Good evening, Roger.
Hello, Nicholas. Well, I'm afraid I have some very disappointing news.
They couldn't find Cassandra.
No, they've searched the bus terminal, the railway station, the airport. Nobody remembers seeing her in any of those places. It's as if she had vanished into thin air. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I think you should have a drink, Roger, and try to relax and forget about this for the moment. I know Cassandra, and I know that she will return to you as quietly as she went away.
And I hope you're right, but I'm still very worried about her. Will you join me?
Oh, yes, thank you. I had an interesting talk with your governess earlier tonight, Miss Winters.
Oh, call her Vicky, we all do. Oh, will brandy be all right, or would you care for something else?
Brandy is fine. Miss Winters, Vicky, is a very attractive girl.
Well, I'm not surprised that you noticed that.
I enjoyed our little conversation very much. But I got the distinct impression... well, perhaps I shouldn't say.
Oh, go on.
That she didn't like me very much for some reason.
Cassandra had the same feeling. She's an odd girl, Vicky. She's been behaving very strangely lately.
Oh? In what way?
Well, she's been indulging in the most curious fantasies.
Fantasies?
Yes, she believes that she's lived in the past. I think it was in 1795.
Well, how did she come to believe anything like that?
Well, it began with a seance.
A seance?
Yes, as absurd as it may sound, we held a seance here in this room. Vicky went into a trance, and she had a vision, and now she believes that what she imagined actually happened to her.
Which was?
Oh, it's a long story. She has a very bizarre and vivid imagination.
Well, what is her story? I'm very interested.
Well, in short, she believes that she was condemned and hanged for a witch.
A witch?
I told you she had a vivid imagination, to say the least. She believes she fell into the hands of a witch hunter, a fellow who roamed the countryside, exorcising witches and hobgoblins. And she even had a name for him. Now, let me see. What was it? Yes, Trask.
How curious. And, what did this fellow Trask do to her?
Well, according to Vicky, he persecuted her endlessly and then sent her to the gallows.
You said he believed he could perform the rite of exorcism. Did he try to exorcise Miss Winter?
I think she said he did once,
How?
but he tied her to a tree. And then he performed some sort of mumbo-jumbo and left her there all night. She was discovered the next morning. I can't remember who.
Where was this tree?
Oh, somewhere on the estate. I don't know.
I see. Roger, you look exhausted. You really should try to get some rest.
Yes, I am tired. And it's getting late. You coming along?
No, I'll stay down here long enough to finish my brandy.
Good night.
Good night. Tree in the forest and two women. It begins to make sense. Trask exorcised Angelique at the same place he tried to exorcise Miss Winters. And Miss Winters knows the tree. She knows where I can find the ashes of Angelique. She will lead me there. I will find the ashes and perform the ceremony, and the spirit of Angelique will return in human form. This is the key I have needed to find you, Angelique. The key I have needed all along. And it's Victoria Winters. Victoria Winters. Victoria Winters. You will hear me. You will hear me calling to you. You will hear my voice, and you will listen. You will listen, and you will obey. Open your eyes, but continue to sleep without dreaming. You will rise from your bed, and you will leave Collinwood. You will go to a tree in the forest, where you were tied by ropes, and a man named Trask performed a rite of exorcism. You will remember that tree, and you will lead me there. Hear me, Victoria Winters. Concentrate. Remember the tree in the forest, the tree. Follow the sound of my voice. Follow the force of my will, and come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Remember the tree in the forest.
Tree. This is the tree.
This is the one?
Yes.
You were tied by Trask here,
Yes.
and he tried to exorcise you here?
Yes.
And the ashes of Angelique must be scattered in this earth.
Trask.
You may return to Collinwood.
Trask.
Listen to me.
Trask.
You must listen to me.
Don't leave me here. Please don't
Victoria
drive me to the
Winters,
tree.
listen
Please
to me.
Don't. Please
Listen
don't.
to me. You are not in danger. Do you understand?
Yes,
You will return to Collinwood.
Colin.
You will return to your room, and you will sleep. You will wake and remember nothing that has happened. Do you understand? Return to Collinwood.
Colin.
Go. Now. Spirit of Angelique, this is where you exist. Your ashes are scattered in this earth. I call upon all the powers of darkness to restore you to life. Return as you were when you lived. Return. Return. Return.